Hey, VV Nation, Glenn Tompkins here. Glad to have you here, folks. We love putting these videos out to you so that you can make some money in the stock market. Today's video is going to be small stocks with big potential. Given that this market is not a trending market, but more of a market that's consolidating, having some up days, having some down days, this is a chance to take advantage of what the market gives you and make some money during this. So, a lot of people out there are looking for lower dollar stocks to invest in to give them a big potential to go to the upside. And a lot of people who've got a lot of money in the market is like, nah, I don't want these low dollar stocks. But before you say no, take a look at the value add that VectorVest gives to give you some confidence in some of these lower dollar small stocks. And folks, I got a bonus for you. Folks, I do a lot of research on a lot of different stocks. I'm going to show you the VectorVest search how I found these stocks and then went through the process of finding the best ones for you. That's going to be at the end of the video, so make sure you stay to the end of the video and you can see what search I'm using. All right, let's get into the news of these stocks. I've got 5 stocks for you. Let's go into the news of these stocks. Here's one. The shipping space is still a hot space, and I've got a company that met the criteria that I was looking for these low dollar stocks that had the potential to go up in price. How about Nordic American Tankers reports Q4 earnings per share 17 cents versus 5 cents last year. All right, so you know what that means? That's 3 times what it reported last year. That's a good positive sign, and it's still a low dollar stock in a space that is still on the rise. Here's another stock. Protalix Biotherapeutics reports a fiscal year 2022 financial and business results. So a lot of things that can push a stock higher is the forward guidance that the stock gives. So we've seen right now in the current market's conditions, a lot of companies are not giving really good forward guidance. When I can find a low dollar stock that's giving me good forward guidance, it sets off a bell. Ding, ding, ding. Here could be a possible winner. So as I go through down here, it says, as we move into 2023, we anticipate a significant year for the company with potential regulatory approvals in both Europe and the United States. Good spaces to grow and potentially grow the stocks. In May of 2023, just a couple of months from now, as well as continued advancement in our early stage pipeline. A drug company that's got a lot of stocks in their pipeline is always a good place to be. We are grateful for the dedication of our team and global partners who are critical in enabling us to work towards our mission of delivering new medicines to patients with high unmet needs. All of that sounds good to me as a low dollar stocks with the forward guidance, the big potential to explode. Another shipping company. How about this? Safe Bulkers announces an agreement for acquisition of one Japanese Kamsar Max class dry bulk vessel. So there wasn't a lot that I found on this stock, except for it's in a space that's popping and it's a low dollar stock. The new build vessel was designed to meet phase 3 requirements of energy efficiency. About Safe Bulkers, here we go. The company has 44 vessels. As China is opening up, the shipping space is starting to expand once again. And a low dollar company that's got 44 vessels, which 12 are eco ships, looking at the carbon footprint, that's another win for me. And 3 that are IMO, GH3, phase 3. There's a lot of different things here that I don't understand, and I'm not going to say that I do, but they're there. But I like it as a low dollar stock that's got this kind of potential to move a lot of goods across the globe. Another stock. Now, this is a company that's been in and out of the news, Nano Dimensions. Now, in this news, this is talking about some stuff that may not be such a good thing. So why am I looking at it as a possible stock? Well, let's talk about that in a second. There was some stuff going on previously announced on January 30th. The notice of special general meeting with the company shareholder issued by Murchison failed to comply with requirements under applicable law. Accordingly, the meeting is invalid. The Nano Dimension Board of Directors urges shareholders to take no action and disregard any materials or white proxy cards they may have received. In addition, the company filed today a lawsuit in the courts in Israel seeking a declaratory judgment that the Murchison meeting is illegal and seeking damages in relation to Murchison's illegal and bad faith actions. So there's some controversy going on in this. And could that still hold out as a low dollar stock that's got upside potential? Well, now let's dive a little deeper into it. Let's go into the VectorVest software, and this is where the value add comes into play. A lot of people think that the information that we give on stocks can be found anywhere. That is very far from the truth, because many of our indicators are proprietary based, and they're designed to give the value add that you can take and make a better decision in the stocks that you buy and sell. As I look through that list in this unit search that I'm going to show you in a moment, as I look through that list, I've got to find some of these proprietary indicators, which makes it stand out for me to give me more confidence that these are low dollar stocks that have upside potential. Now, let's start off this way. At VectorVest, the most pristine thing that we want you to do as an investor is we want you to buy safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price in a rising market. Let's start with the market. Because this is not a trending market, this is more of a trader's market, I wanted to step back a little bit and I wanted to find the stocks that have good upside potential, the more aggressive stocks, the more types of growth stocks. Are these stocks safe? They're willing to give up the safety because they can outperform the market. Undervalued, that was important to me. If I'm looking at a lower dollar stock, I want to make sure that it's got the potential to rise up to its value rather than fall down to its value. So as I look at these things, do they meet the pristine nature of what I'm looking for as a VectorVest subscriber? Not all the way. But if I can get 2 out of the 3, I've got more of a commitment of knowing that I can feel comfortable buying into these low dollar stocks. Well, are these stocks undervalued? Absolutely. Each and every one of these stocks are trading under their current value. Remember, we give an intrinsic value on every stock in our database, and everyone is trading below it. That gives me, number one, that it's got a good opportunity to rise to meet its value rather than fall down to meet its value. All right. Are these safe stocks? No. Relative safety is an indicator that tells me how risky these stocks are. Now, these stocks are a little bit more risky, but upside potential, looking at relative value, cast on a scale between 0 and 2. All of these stocks over the next 1 to 3 years should outperform a AAA corporate bond. That's important, especially for being a low dollar stock. What else do I want? I want to make sure that they're rising in price. Relative timing tells me that each and every one of these stocks are currently in an uptrend. CI, that's the comfort index, a stock's ability to withstand long or lengthy price declines. 2 of these stocks have CIs above 1. I'm going to put a little bit more favor into those stocks, even though they meet all of my other criteria. But a stock that's got price growth persistence is a stock that's for me, especially if it's a low dollar stock. What else do I like? Earnings per share. Out of the 5, 4 have positive earnings per shares, 1 is negative. But what else I like is that all of the earnings growth rates are double digits. Even though this stock, Nano Dimensions, has an earnings per share in the negative, they've got a positive earnings growth, which means eventually that earnings per share number is going to get less and less negative. Let's talk about some level of diversity. Let's move all the way over. Out of the 5 stocks, 2 are transportation, 1 is drug, 1 is computer, 1 is mining. As low dollar stocks that are undervalued, that are going up in price, that's a good basket of diverse stocks. So as I look at these indicators, this is where the value add comes. Knowing that the stock's got the potential to outperform the market, knowing that the stock is currently undervalued, knowing that the stock is in an uptrend, and knowing that 4 out of the 5 from a VST ranking, which looks at value, safety, and timing, are above 1, only 1 is not. Folks, I feel real confident about these as stocks that you've got to have in your portfolios right now, or in your watch list right now, and time when to get into them. Notice that today, 4 out of the 5 are going up. This is real time as of the time that I'm recording this video. So with that being said, let's go take a look at the graphs. Let's graph them all. And I want to look at a few things. Put this on a 1-month graph. Wow, there's the first stock. Bottom left, top right, relative timing went from below 1 to above 1. Earnings per share is starting to fall a little bit, but still earnings per share is still positive. How about the earnings growth rate? That over time should be pulling that earnings per share a little higher. That's why I want you to keep your eyes on it. Looking at Protalix Bio, PLX, I don't like the wicks at the top of these candles. Today's action, very little wick, which means that the stock's price still has the propensity to go higher. RT looks good. Earnings per share is falling, but look at the earnings growth. They're still growing their earnings. Should turn around the earnings per share. Let's go over to the next stock, Star Bulkers. Man, looks good. Earnings growth is starting to fall. Still at 17, still starting to fall, but I still like the rise in the earnings per share. I would keep my eyes on it. The stock's price is definitely moving higher though. All right, my next stock, Nano Dimensions, even with that whole proxy thing going on, is sitting in a little bit of a channel. This is a stock that's a buy recommendation. Earnings per share is falling. Earnings growth is falling. This is something that I want you to keep your eyes on. I would only take this if it can break out of the 1-month high. And the last stock is what I would call my problem child. This is ORLA. I didn't have a stock news on it, but this is another one that meets my criteria. Relative value is above 1. Earnings per share is positive. Earnings growth is also good. Sales growth sitting at 0. But otherwise, I've got 3 other stocks that I feel a lot more confident in, even though the stocks meet my criteria. You know what else? This stock is the only stock that's a hold recommendation as well. As I go back up through these, all these other stocks are buy recommendations, as you can see, as they're going on. So what did I tell you? I said that if you stayed to the end of the video, I was going to show you the search that found me these stocks before I started to do my research. So I'm going to go to the unit search tool, and under the folder that says searches, price, volume, the search that I'm using is Teeny Bopper's Supercharge. What makes this supercharge? It's the sort. Remember, we look at over 9,000 stocks. I'm looking for stocks that are between $1 and $5. It's got an average volume of 25,000 shares, which is not bad when you're looking at lower dollar stocks. Now, the supercharged part of it is the sort. VST times RT times CI. Good combination of value, safety, and timing that are going up in price and have great price growth persistence. So as a VectorVest subscriber, that's where I started my search. I went through, I found the stocks that I thought were best for you to keep your eyes on, so I cherry picked. These are the stocks that I have for you that are small stocks that have big potentials. If you're not a VectorVest subscriber and you want access to that search, you can go to www.vectorvest.com/YT to get a 99-cent trial to the software and get access to that as well. If you are a mobile subscriber, that search may or may not be available for you. But you know what I would say? Those stocks that you just saw, put them into a watch list. And I will, going forward, I will start to bring you more of these types of stocks for you as well. Folks, if you like what I showed you here today, hit the like button. Also, share the content so other people outside of VectorVest can get a feel of the value that we can bring to their investments and help them to make better decisions. Folks, this video is over. And until the next time, see ya.